Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman, and Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks for making the time for us this morning. It's a very important subject, and I appreciate your candor and your responses. I'm going to ask the question of Dr. Kaiser on these, if I could. How are we ensuring that institutions receiving these dollars are actually complying with those standards, not just certifying that they complied? What is that matrix? What kind of forensic accounting? What do you do to make sure that they are actually complying, not just saying they are?
We have an active assessment process where we ensure compliance with disclosure and with all of the other research security components. We do this in conjunction, in collaboration with our Office of Inspector General. And the evidence on how we've done this is through the actions that we've taken when we see noncompliance. We have taken actions on several institutions where we've seen noncompliance. Sometimes this is in collaboration with the Department of Justice, where there are civil settlements on these institutions. Sometimes there are administrative actions against universities or against individual researchers when we see noncompliance as well. So we have many examples of this. We are concerned. We do take this extremely seriously.
That said, what are there criminal elements to this as well, and have their persons been prosecuted? We hear over and over that China or other nations have stolen technology. What are the criminal ramifications for the individuals who cross the line?
We were just talking about this amongst the panel because, of course, again, we have so much wonderful interagency collaboration. Our concern is often what we're seeing is the theft of know-how, even pre-intellectual property, the theft of the knowledge of our researchers and the taking of that to China. We had an example just last week where, and I think several others have as well, where an NSF-funded researcher, after they got the award, then they were approached by a PRC researcher saying, we now want to be added to your project, and we want an agreement on that project where we get to publish all the results. And of course, the answer was no. And so our challenge here is that issues like that, pre-IP in the basic fundamental research space, are not covered by export control laws and not covered by other laws. Now, we look forward to working with this committee and with others to address these issues because we have real issues in this pre-IP space that aren't covered by criminal law.
I'll just reserve comment on it for now. Let me just ask Mr. Tilden if I could. I think probably a lot of us are intrigued by each of your answers today, but on the specific one, if you could do anything, one thing, to make sure we have this compliance, what weapon, for lack of a better term, would you like to have so that we are protecting our vital interests? Of course, we want to share in the scientific knowledge when it's excellent for the general good, but what one thing would you do that we're not doing today, given your expertise and background?
So I'm not sure it's anything that we're not already doing today. We just have to keep going further so that ultimately, again, balancing the risks with the idea of attracting. I do wanted to emphasize a couple things. It was mentioned before, and I'll say it again with a little more precision. Oftentimes, these Chinese nationals and others, right? I know I'm a little focused on China because I know that's where our head is right now, but it is others. Once they get to that doc and postdoc level, 83 to 85% of them stay in the U.S. Many of them continue on and become U.S. citizens. And we are in strategic competition with China over intellectual capital, over worldwide intellectual capital. So one of the things that we could get after is, again, back to I think we've mentioned, and we're all trying here, is going back to academia. How do we help them better understand whether or not someone first comes into their ecosystem, and is it an acceptable risk, or is it we're not sure, so maybe this person ought to be on different lines of work for now until we understand it better. Because oftentimes, at least at the DOE National Labs, that's where we bring them in at some point. At some point, we draw them out of academia because they've been here for 5, 10, 15 years. So that's an area that I think, and I think the universities, some are fantastic, some have fantastic programs, and others, it's either not a priority or they're not funded for it.
I appreciate that. Mr. Chairman, thanks for the opportunity today, and Merry Christmas.